Welcome to the Quiet Ambition. Ambition, on your own terms. Exploring the Invisible Side of Ambition by Caroline Harrison. Issue 1. The Power of Strategic Silence. For ambitious professionals who are ready to stop reacting and start rising. Done overthinking and ready to create a life that feels aligned, powerful, and deeply their own. Every week, thousands of thoughts compete for your attention. This newsletter is where we clear the noise. In a world obsessed with being seen, performing, and constantly proving yourself, this space is an invitation to do something different. Pause, reflect, listen. Because the answers you're searching for are rarely found in more information. They're found in deeper awareness. Each week you'll receive one powerful mindset shift, one truth most people avoid, one practical challenge to create momentum, one reflection question designed to unlock clarity. If you're here, you're not looking for more motivation. You're looking for transformation. Let's begin. Why do we overanalyze everything? You replay the conversation. You draft the email 4 times. You ask 3 friends the same question. You lie awake at 2 a.m. running scenarios through your mind, like you're solving a case with no verdict. Here's the truth. Overanalysis isn't a thinking problem. It's a stillness problem. When we can't be quiet, with ourselves, with uncertainty, with the unknown, the mind fills the silence with noise. It constructs problems where there are none. It magnifies what is small and shrinks what is certain. The antidote isn't more information. It's less noise. Problems only seem big because you are standing too close to them. Step back. Go quiet. Watch the perspective shift. This week's insight: the bamboo tree and what no one tells you about growth. The Chinese bamboo tree does something extraordinary. For 4 years after it's planted, nothing visible happens. No shoot, no height, nothing you can measure or post about or celebrate. Then, in year 5, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. Was it failing for 4 years? No. It was building the root system that would hold everything. You are not behind. You are not stagnant. You may simply be in the rooting season, and that is not only valid, it is necessary. The quietest chapters are often the most formative ones. The people who seem to suddenly transform? They've been working in silence for years. Success is not what you announce. It is what you silently commit to every single day. Clarity doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from going quieter. The hard truths stop waiting to be rescued. There is a particular kind of exhaustion that comes from waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for someone to finally see your potential. Waiting for external permission to become who you already are. At some point, the deepest transformation available to us begins with the collapse of one specific illusion, that someone is coming to save us. They are not. And that is not a tragedy. It is the starting point for everything real. When J.K. Rowling was at her lowest, isolated, uncertain, without the life she'd imagined, she withdrew. Not into despair, but into depth. Into the stories waiting inside her. Harry Potter was not born from comfort. It was born from stillness. From a woman who stopped waiting for rescue and started listening to what was already there. The question isn't when your life will change. The question is, what are you doing with the quiet that's already available to you? Reflection. If no one responds, validates, or notices, will you still show up and do the work? What would it mean to move from that place? Practical wisdom. 5 shifts that happen when you choose silence. 1. You stop reacting and start responding. Silence creates a pause between stimulus and response. That pause is where your power lives. It's where you choose who you are, rather than performing who you've been. This week's challenge: let your results speak. This week, one small but radical act. Do something meaningful, and tell no one. No story, no post, no checking if anyone noticed. Just the act, and the quiet that follows it. Notice what happens. Notice if it feels uncomfortable to go unseen. Notice what that discomfort is telling you about where you've been placing your worth, your motivation, your sense of self. Real achievement doesn't need an audience to be real. And the version of you that acts without needing the audience, she is the most powerful one. By enhancing yourself, you add value to others. Start there. Go quietly. Let the results speak. Your mantra this week: I am not falling behind. I am rooting. And what I am building in silence will hold everything. Next week, why smart people stay stuck. If this issue resonated, forward it to someone who needs it. Growth happens quietly, but impact multiplies when it's shared. See you next week. With love, Caroline founder, The Quiet Ambition.